Welcome to the Muslim Convert Stories channel. Before we dive into today's powerful story, hit subscribe, share with friends, drop a comment, and like if you're ready to explore a fascinating journey of faith. In today's video, we're uncovering why some American soldiers are turning to Islam. You won't want to miss the surprising, inspiring stories behind their journeys. So, let's get into it. We talk a lot about what soldiers bring back from war. Physical scars, mental trauma, the flags folded neatly in a triangle. But there's another story. Quietly in barracks, on bases, Fort Bragg and Kandahar. We're talking about American soldiers, men and women, raised on Friday night lights and Sunday morning sermons, who go overseas and come back Muslim. It's a twist you didn't see coming, right? It's unexpected, it's complicated, and it deserves a deep dive. This isn't just about changing religions, it's about changing your entire operating system. Picture it, small-town America, you sign up, ship out, and land in a world completely different. The sounds, the smells, the language, sensory overload. Amidst the chaos, something else is there. The call to prayer echoing through the streets. A shopkeeper steps away with quiet dignity. A faith you knew only through headlines becomes real. And that's where this begins. Not with a bang, but with a call. This journey is deeply personal, never a monolith. Each path is unique. Spiritual hunger, intellectual curiosity, battlefield trauma, a search for belonging. These aren't statistics. They are stories of people who looked into a culture they were told to fear and found home. Something resonated deeply. It challenges the neat boxes of us versus them and reveals human connections in unlikely places. So, buckle up. We're going to unpack this. We'll look at the real human stories behind the phenomenon. Forget stereotypes and talking points. What happens when a mission to win hearts and minds ends with your own heart and mind being won over? Faith found on the front lines. Identity reforged. Surprising discoveries, worlds away from home. War is hell. That's not a cliche, it's a fact. It pushes you physically, mentally, spiritually. You start asking big questions. Why am I here? What if I don't make it home? What's the point of this suffering? For some, Islam fills that void with purpose and divine order. Qadr, divine destiny, can be deeply comforting. Trust, tawakkul, in God's plan. When bombs, bullets, and uncertainty surround you, surrendering control to a higher power can be liberating. Not reckless, peaceful. Do your best, leave the rest to God. Some feel disconnected from previous faith. Islam offers a structured, personal relationship with God. No intermediaries, just you and Allah. The 5 daily prayers become anchors. Prescribed peace, a reset, a refocus. Structure creates stability when everything else falls apart. Richard McKinney once plotted to bomb a mosque. He went to gather intel and was met with warmth and kindness. Islam answered pain. It did not justify it. A spiritual armor for moral injuries and fear. The military is built on brotherhood. Your platoon, your squad, your family. Leaving service, that bond can vanish overnight. The Ummah offers a new brotherhood, a new family. Race, nationality, status set aside. Shoulder to shoulder in prayer. Converts are embraced, taught, fed, supported, no strings attached. Todd Gallinger said the Muslim community restored the brotherhood he'd lost. It's not weekly, it's 24/7. Help moving, a call at 3 a.m., someone to listen. Crucial for PTSD, for depression, for the tough transition back to civilian life. The mosque becomes sanctuary. Shared rituals, Ramadan iftars, Eid celebrations. A new identity linked to a global family of over 1 billion. For a soldier who feels lost, finding the Ummah can feel like coming home. For some, conversion is also a political act, a profound statement of dissent. After seeing the human cost, cognitive dissonance sets in. Embracing the faith of those you once opposed becomes an act of solidarity. It says, I do not see you as the enemy. I see you as my brother. I see you as my sister. A rejection of dehumanizing narratives. We've seen parallels before. Bridging divides politically, personally, spiritually. A powerful, silent protest. Sometimes, change starts with a simple conversation. On deployments, meaning shows up between missions. Over tea with an elder, or late-night talks with interpreters who translate more than words. They translate culture. Why pray 5 times a day? What does the Quran say about fighting? The answers come from lived experience, mercy, forgiveness, peace. That sincere, unself-conscious devotion can move a soldier to tears. Service in the name of faith, quiet, constant. These moments don't make it into reports, but they last. Ben Daniels spoke of Iraqi civilians' resilience and faith. He wanted that strength. He asked questions, read, and kept talking with Muslim friends. Not sudden, slow, genuine, human. Outreach wasn't a pamphlet, it was a shared meal and an honest conversation. Every conversion story is personal, a convergence of the spiritual, emotional, intellectual, and the wounds of war. Some seek to quiet PTSD and moral injury. Others follow history, logic, and a comprehensive worldview. Many find belonging, a brotherhood like the one they left. Science, philosophy, art, an intellectual tradition engaging both heart and mind. Each path to the Shahada is as unique as a fingerprint. Truth, purpose, peace. Sometimes the heart finds its home on the other side of the world. If this story resonated, like, share, and tell us your thoughts below, and subscribe for more real journeys of faith. As the journey unfolds, we hear directly from those who have walked this unexpected path. These are the voices of American soldiers, each with a story marked by challenge, discovery, profound change. Visual montage. Sergeant James Carter remembers the silence after his first Ramadan. "I thought I'd be an outsider forever," he shares. "But breaking fast with my new brothers, I felt seen, not just as a soldier, but as a soul searching for peace." His journey began with curiosity, grew through late-night conversations, culminated in the gentle certainty of faith. Visual close-ups. Specialist Maria Lopez speaks of overcoming doubt. "I worried what my family would think, but my heart kept pulling me closer." It wasn't just about faith, it was about healing, forgiveness, belonging. The prayers became my anchor when memories of war threatened to overwhelm me. Visual of Maria. Captain David Nguyen's testimony echoes resilience. "I found Islam through the kindness of strangers, those who had every reason not to trust me. Their faith was lived, not preached. It changed how I saw the world, and how I saw myself. I learned that strength isn't just in what you carry, but in what you surrender." Visual of camaraderie. These stories are not about perfection but perseverance, not about erasing the past but transforming it. Each journey is a reminder. Faith is found in the questions, struggle, quiet moments of surrender. Visual. Their voices join a global chorus, testimonies of courage, hope, the search for meaning. In every challenge, a lesson. In every conversion, a new beginning. If their stories inspire you, let us know in the comments. And remember, every journey of faith is unique, but none are walked alone. In the quiet after conflict, new stories begin. Across America's armed forces, more voices rise. Each unique, each shaped by a different journey toward faith. Private Anthony Williams shares, "It wasn't a single moment. It was years of searching, reading, questioning, wrestling with what I believed." For Anthony, faith was not only spiritual, but deeply intellectual. "The more I learned, the more I found clarity. Islam gave me answers I'd never found before, about purpose, about justice, about compassion." Sergeant Emily Chen's journey began with culture shock. "When I deployed overseas, I was afraid of differences, of the unknown. But the hospitality I found shattered my assumptions. I saw faith lived out in kindness and generosity. It challenged me in the best way." For Emily, conversion was an act of crossing boundaries, embracing a wider world. Corporal Mark Johnson speaks of healing. "After coming home, the memories haunted me. I needed something to hold on to. Islam offered a structure, a way to process pain, to seek forgiveness, to find hope. Mark's faith became a sanctuary, a daily practice that helped rebuild his sense of self. Each testimony reveals a mosaic of reasons: intellectual curiosity, cultural encounters, the need for healing, the search for belonging. No two journeys are alike, yet all are bound by courage. The courage to question, the courage to change, the courage to begin again. Visual montage. Faith, for these soldiers, is not an endpoint, but a living journey. It continues to shape their choices, their relationships, their hopes for the future. The battlefield may fade, but the transformation endures. As you watch these stories, consider your own path. What questions drive you? What truths call you forward? Let us know in the comments. Your story matters too. Cinematic wide shot. In every heart, a journey. In every journey, the promise of new beginnings. This is not the end. but an invitation to reflection, to understanding, to hope. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, may your path be guided by light.